Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much which is being spoken about the protests at Jantar Mantar. The Cockroach Janta Party-led protests at Jantar Mantar. You've had debates, you've heard voices, those who are backing, those who are against these protests from the studios. Today is a day when we go, in fact, today is a day when we take you on ground zero. Today's show, we're going to look at who are the people at these protests. Who are these people? Students? NEET aspirants? Or are they students from different backgrounds? Are these people from political parties, from different interest groups, pressure groups, or vested groups? What is this protest about? Why are they there? Simple questions. We're in the national capital, and the road to Jantar Mantar is just about a 200-meter walk from one of the main chowks. That road is now heavily barricaded. You have at least 4 levels of barricades. You have the police forces, you have the RAF, and you of course have now the paramilitary forces also that have been deployed. But let's take you and make you listen to who these young people on the ground are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the heart of where protests are happening in the national capital. We are at Jantar Mantar. And before we get you what's happening right inside, let's just start from where a group of students, some are students, some are job seekers, some are calling themselves as unemployed. Let's talk to them and get a sense of why are they here, from where are they, who are they students? Are they students in disguise? Are they politicians? Are they gundas? Let's ask them and find out. Right? So let's just start with you, ma'am. आप यहाँ पे कल रात को आई, किसके साथ आई?
मैम मैं एयरपोर्ट से डायरेक्ट कैब करके यहाँ पे आई। यहाँ आके मुझे पता चला कि नेट बंद है, पेमेंट नहीं हो रही है कैब वाले से। मुझे जंतर मंतर का रास्ता भी नहीं पता था तब तक कि कहाँ से कैसे जाना है। यहाँ से सिविलियंस को, मतलब जो सिविल ड्रेस में थे, उनसे पूछने में डर लगता था कि ये पुलिस वाले हो सकते हैं, कहीं लाठी ना मार दे ऐसे। और मेरी सिर्फ एक आध जन से, मतलब जो कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी से या फिर उनसे रिलेटेड थे, उनसे एक बार बात हुई, वो भी इतना कि आप सीपी के रास्ते से मत आना, इतना ही बस वो बोल।
कहाँ से आई हैं आप?
गुजरात से।
गुजरात कहाँ?
राजकोट।
गुजरात राजकोट से जंतर मंतर अकेले आई?
हाँ जी, अकेले आए।
अकेले आई हैं? आपकी फैमिली ने अलाउ कर दिया?
हाँ जी, मेरी फैमिली ने अलाउ किया। मेरे साथ मेरे कोई फ्रेंड्स नहीं आए हैं अभी।
आप क्या करती हैं?
मैं यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन करती हूँ।
यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन करती हैं? शी इज स्टडीइंग, शी इज प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी। कितने साल हो गए प्रिपेयर करते हुए या अभी शुरू किया है?
4 साल से।
4 साल से आप यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन कर रही हैं और चौथे साल की प्रिपरेशन में आप यहाँ पे हैं। और आपकी फैमिली ने अलाउ कर दिया? अकेली आई यहाँ पे आप?
जी हाँ, मेरी मम्मी ने बोला है कि आना तो इस्तीफ़ा लेके आना, जो डिमांड्स है वो कंप्लीट करके आना, अगर लड़ाई लड़ने जा रहे हैं तो लड़ाई पूरी लड़ना, वरना घर मत आना।
पॉलिटिकल फैमिली से आप?
नहीं।
क्या बात कर रही हैं, ऐसे कैसे? कोई
नहीं।
How can anybody who's not a political background come here like this and speak like this?
चाहे तो मेरा आधार कार्ड ले जाइए, वहाँ पे जाके, घर पे जाके, मतलब आस पड़ोस से पूछ लीजिए।
आपकी मम्मी का पॉलिटिकल बैकग्राउंड है?
नहीं, शी इज जस्ट अ हाउस वाइफ एंड लोकल शॉप चलाती है।
तो इतनी हिम्मत कहाँ से आ रही है?
जब हमने पुलिस ने लाठी बरसाई यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स पे, वो देखा, तब से ये हिम्मत आ गई कि अब तो लाठी अगर वो 20 चलाए, हम 200 खाने को रेडी है।
So let me just explain this in English for our viewers as well. Your name again, please?
Twinkle Rathod.
Twinkle is just saying one thing. She's saying she doesn't belong to a political party. She's saying she's preparing for UPSC. She's come from Gujarat, Saurashtra, all the way here to Jantar Mantar alone. Why? Because she saw students being
brutally harassed by police.
बट लोग तो बोल रहे पुलिस के ऊपर भी हो रही है।
नहीं मैम, वीडियो में साफ साफ दिख रहा है। कि पहले पुलिस ने ही मारा, अगर उसमें भी मतलब जैसे पुलिस की वर्दी, पुलिस बिना वर्दी के भी कई लोग ऐसे थे, वो बोल रही है कि मतलब पता नहीं कोई प्रोटेस्टर ही थे जो मतलब हमारे साथ घुस के मतलब बच्चों को ही मार रहे थे, ऐसे तो हमारे में भी ऐसा हो सकता है। वो प्रोटेस्टर नहीं थे, हम गांधीवादी विचारधारा को फॉलो करने वाले लोग हैं। अगर हम यहाँ पे बैठे, आज भी हम पे पुलिस लाठी बरसाए, हम उन पे हाथ नहीं।
अच्छा सुनिए, प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने आज सुबह एक ट्वीट किया है। उन्होंने आज सुबह, अरे आज आप क्या, कौन से पार्टी से आप? कौन से पार्टी से आप? कौन से पार्टी से आप?
मैं किसी भी पार्टी से नहीं हूँ।
मैम ये हमारा स्टूडेंट का पार्टी है सारा, ये जितने लोग हैं
कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी से हैं।
मैम मैं सीजीपी को डायरेक्ट सपोर्ट नहीं करता, बट उनका कॉज अच्छा है, इस वजह से मैं सपोर्ट।
तो कौन से पार्टी को सपोर्ट करते हैं?
मैं किसी पार्टी को सपोर्ट नहीं करता, सब करप्ट है।
जो सर
क्या करते हैं आप?
मैं स्टूडेंट हूँ।
क्या करते हैं? स्टूडेंट है, क्या है?
मैंने इस ईयर नीट का एग्जाम दिया था, अब कॉलेज वगैरह।
आपने नीट का एग्जाम?
यस मैम।
नाम क्या है?
मयंक।
मयंक।
या
इस साल नीट का एग्जाम दिया, जो लीक हुआ या जो लीक नहीं हुआ?
जो लीक हुआ उसके बाद उसका रीनीट हुआ, एंड रीनीट में भी करप्शन हुआ दोबारा। आई थिंक आपको पता होगा।
जब आपको पता हुआ कि लीक हुआ, और आईडी कार्ड है, मेरे को कैसे पता कि आपने नीट एग्जाम दिया है?
एडमिट कार्ड दिखाऊं क्या?
मुझे मारना मत।
एडमिट कार्ड दिखाऊं क्या? मैम 19 इयर्स का हूँ मैं, आधार कार्ड दिखाऊं, एडमिट कार्ड दिखाऊं?
मैं मजाक कर रही हूँ। I'm just cracking a joke. I have no reasons to doubt you.
नीट के बारे में भी तो पूछा था, उसका भी रिस्पॉन्स देख लो।
हाँ, अब बताइए, नीट का बताइए। जब आपको पता चला कि पेपर लीक हुआ, क्या रिस्पॉन्स था?
हर साल होता है, इस बार भी हो गया। व्हाट्स न्यू? हर साल होता है, इस साल भी हो गया। व्हाट्स न्यू? 24 में हुआ, 25 में दिक्कत आई, 26 में फिर लीक हो गया, 22 में भी पेपर लीक हुआ था, 16 में पेपर लीक हुआ था, कब नहीं होता?
रावण के ऊपर रामचंद्र जी के गीतों।
प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने बोला है कि let me just read out. He has said the students, the youth of this country are of utmost importance, and we are going to ensure that there's going to be fast track courts to ensure that there is speedy trials when it comes to paper leak.
मैम क्या पीएम ने ये बात सबके सामने आके एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में कही या एक ट्वीट में कही? बताइए, आप बताइए।
ट्वीट पे?
ट्वीट में मैम कितनी हजारों बातें कह देते हैं, वो सच होती है वो चीज़? इतनी बातें कहते हो।
आप अगली एग्जाम दे रहे हैं नीट की?
नहीं। क्यों? तो मैम पता है अगली, इस साल हुआ है, अगले साल फिर लीक होगा।
तो आप क्या करेंगे?
मैम मैं अभी BA इन साइकोलॉजी सोच रहा हूँ। मैम या तो मैम सिंपल चीज़ है, या तो आप लड़ लो या ये देश छोड़ के चले जाओ। अभी मैं लड़ रहा हूँ, साथ में मैं अपना BSc या BA मतलब बैचलर्स करूँगा बेसिकली। तब तक अगर एजुकेशन सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं हुआ, मेरे को बाहर जाना पड़ेगा। मजबूरी है मैम, शौक नहीं, मजबूरी है।
नाम क्या है?
छठवर्ती कुमारी नाम है।
छठवर्ती कुमारी। कहाँ से आई हैं आप?
झारखंड के रांची जिला से।
कब आई?
मुझे आए हुए 6 दिन हो गए।
क्यों आई हैं आप?
मैं यहाँ क्या बोलते हैं, शिक्षा मंत्री जो है धर्मेंद्र प्रधान, उनका इस्तीफा और शिक्षा विभाग में सुधार को लेकर के आई हूँ। मैं चाहती हूँ कि इसमें सुधार हो।
क्यों, ऐसा क्या हो गया? अरे आपने क्या पढ़ाई की है?
मैंने MA इकोनॉमिक्स से किया है।
MA इकोनॉमिक्स की है आपने? खत्म हो गया आपका MA इकोनॉमिक्स? तो आप यहाँ पे क्यों आके बैठी हैं? नौकरी, आपका काम होगा, कुछ होगा?
कुछ काम नहीं है भाई, मैं बेरोजगार हूँ। नौकरी होने के लिए इंसान का स्किल्ड भी तो होना चाहिए। स्किल के साथ साथ और ये एजुकेशन भी अच्छी होनी चाहिए। सिर्फ स्किल का ही होना अच्छा नहीं है। यहाँ पे एजुकेशन सिस्टम ही बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है। यहाँ पे आप कहोगे ना कि कोई पढ़ा लिखा इंसान, जैसे कि ग्रेजुएशन मास्टर्स किया हुआ इंसान कोई बच्चों को पढ़ा ही ले, वो भी ठीक से नहीं होता है। कोई स्किल सीख ले ठीक से, वो भी नहीं होता है। और स्किल तो यहाँ पे स्किल सीखने का कोई ऑप्शन है ही नहीं पे आपके पास। तो इन्होंने जो स्किल इंडिया के नाम पे जो इन्होंने हवा फैला रखा है ना।
आपको क्यों लगता है ये हवा है स्किल इंडिया? आप इसका भाग हैं? आपने कुछ लिया स्किल इंडिया से?
मैंने नहीं किया है, मेरे घर के अगल बगल के मेरे कजन्स ने किया हुआ है। जिनका कुछ हुआ है नहीं, उन्होंने लड़कियों के नाम पे बस 1-2 चीज़ें रखी हैं, एक सिलाई पढ़ाई, एक ब्यूटिशियन और एक कंप्यूटर, तीन चीजें रखी है। इससे ज्यादा आप मेरे एरिया में झारखंड में मेनली ज्यादा सोच नहीं सकते, और ज्यादा सोच लड़कियां तो करती ही नहीं है। हाँ, तो मेरे एरिया झारखंड में जैसे कि स्किल डेवलपमेंट के बारे में हम बता रहे हैं, वहाँ पे स्किल डेवलपमेंट के लिए कुछ नहीं किया गया है मेनली, और जो कुछ चीजें की गई हैं वो सिर्फ हुआ है, सिर्फ दिखाने के लिए। अब जितने बच्चों ने वहाँ से सर्टिफिकेट हासिल किया है ना, आप उनका कभी स्किल टेस्ट लेकर के देखो, कितने बच्चे सही पास होते हैं। और वहाँ टेस्ट अगर जब लो ना, तो वो भी सही लोग बैठा हो टेस्ट लेने के लिए। नहीं तो जैसे नीट के पेपर में इस बार हो गया ना, सेम हालत वही भी हो जाएगी। बच्चे सुसाइड तो नहीं करेंगे, उनका कुछ जाता है नहीं। झारखंड है भाई, वहाँ मजदूरी है ही, पर डे 200, 250, 300 रुपया मजदूरी है ही, उनकी जीवन यापन चल ही जाएगा। मरेंगे नहीं वहाँ के बच्चे, क्योंकि उन्हें मेहनत करनी आती है। लेकिन ये नीट का पेपर जैसा हुआ ना, वैसा ना करे, और अनस्किल्ड तो कम से कम ना रखे। और ये एजुकेशन सिस्टम से तो मैं ऑल ओवर इंडिया से मैं नाखुश हूँ।
देखिए, एक चीज पूछ रही हूँ, लोग बार बार बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पे तो स्टूडेंट्स ही नहीं हैं, यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स ही नहीं है, यहाँ पे एक्टिविस्ट आ रहे हैं, पार्टी के लोग आ रहे हैं, पॉलिटिकल मोटिव्स के साथ लोग आ रहे हैं। ऐसे लोगों को क्या बोलेंगे?
देखिए, बच्चों के साथ जो एक्टिविस्ट यूथ के साथ सिर्फ यूथ नहीं आते हैं, आपको बड़े बूढ़े बुजुर्ग सब दिख रहे हैं। तो आपको क्या लग रहा है, क्या वो अपने हक के लिए आए हैं? वो अपने बच्चों के हक के लिए आए हैं।
अगर हम स्टूडेंट नहीं है तो आप ट्विटर पे ये स्टूडेंट्स को, किस स्टूडेंट्स को आप बोल रहे हो? जो ट्वीट कर रहे हो वो किसको कर रहे हो?
जितने लोग कह रहे हैं कि यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स नहीं आ रहे ना, वो सिर्फ फ़ोन में देख रहे हैं, न्यूज़ में देख रहे हैं। उनसे मैं साफ चैलेंज देता हूँ, आप एक बार ऑन ग्राउंड आके देखो तो सही। आप ऑन ग्राउंड नहीं हो, आपको जो मीडिया दिखा रही है आप वो आंखें बंद करके देख रहे हो। आप ऑन ग्राउंड आके देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा।
Outside Jantar Mantar, we've brought you some voices. Some who took the NEET exam, some who are still looking for jobs, they call themselves unemployed, and some who are aspirants for the 2027 NEET. A group of people who are part of a protest that's shaken the Modi government. A whole lot of angles to this. The government saying the protests have been infiltrated. The government saying that there's violence from protesters. But there is a reality that no one can reject. Students at the heart of this protest. You have a lot of sites at Jantar Mantar, a lot of groups, but you also have people who are coming for their first protests ever. And at my background, you're seeing 3 young women. They don't want to speak. In fact, they are here because they believe that this is their fundamental duty. But the condition given to them by their families, they will not speak to the media. One is a graduate, one is a nurse, one is a postgraduate. All 3 of them at Jantar Mantar. Sites like this, very common, where young people are coming, holding placards, making their demands. The government has gone ahead and said that they will have dialogue, whether it be with CJP or whether it be in Parliament. But there is a stalemate that's going on. Tell me your name.
My name is Gulfaz.
What is your name?
Arfa.
Naveen.
Why are you, since how many days are you on here?
We are here whenever we get time after studies. We are here.
What are you doing?
I'm preparing for PhD
Why are you here?
for free education, because when we give UGC NET exam, they leak the paper and also they change the answer marks. Because first time I gave the exam and I checked my answers are good, but after the scorecard came, they changed the numbers. Is this not happened?
So you are a NEET aspirant? You've given your NEET?
UGC NET aspirant.
UGC NET aspirant.
This is NTA body conduct this exam as well.
So you are worried that this is not only about NEET.
No, it's about education, not only about NEET. It's about all the education the youth people giving, and they're facing for the leaks and all. Because we also facing leak problems, especially UGC NET, there is no negative marking, but still they leak the paper. So this has not happened. We just want the without leak exam for those students who work hard for their future, not for that who just earn the paper and get in admission in PhD or doctor. They become and they do our checkup and that's it.
Are you part of any organization?
No, no.
No, we are just students. We're not in any education.
So how are you all together?
She is my elder sister, okay, and I'm his younger brother, and he's her friend.
And you all know each other from before.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody in Cockroach Janta Party?
We don't know anyone.
Have you met them?
Actually, the problem is we don't. There is no matter of party who is ruling, and the thing is, the generation knows what the cricketers are doing and how many relations the influencers and the other things, but they don't know what their MLA is doing. They don't know what their taxes go. They don't know what the benefits the government is giving, how to utilize them properly. Just they make the fool of people. That's the major problem. The major problem is not the government. The major problem is the system. So we are taking a step to improve the system. It's just one step. And we are students, we can only protest for the education. Rest is in other hands. Like so many elder people have also came here, leave their families, and for us, for the students, so that's the matter.
Are you part of any student wing?
No, like I'm a normal going college student, and I'm also concerned about this because my father is an army, and as being a army brat, and I am a defense aspirant too. I want to go in army, so the country always comes first for me. So it's just their thing to improve the country and nothing else. We are not to boycott any government and all. We are just to improve the system.
It's not about only the part of any organization or student union. It's about the nation. It's about the education. It's not about the political party and all. It's just about education. We need our education free and fair. That's it.
So, your family is okay with you coming here?
Of course, because they also want us to become a good, successful career. No, so they support us.
What is this Anant Vijay hat?
My father's cap. My father is an Indian Army officer, and it's his cap.
Your father is in the Indian Army?
Yeah, my father retired from Indian Army officer, and this is his unit cap.
And he's okay with you being here?
Of course, he is okay with, because he also fight for our nation. He knows the truth, so
He is very concerned about the country. He wants to improve the country. That's why he also joined the army, and I am also going to join the army only.
All the best to both of you. All the best. Well, I'm being joined at this point by Anil Kumar Verma, who's a political analyst, as well as Nikhil Jain, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me. Mr. Anil Kumar Verma, let's just start with you. What do you make out of what you're seeing on the ground? Because this was my first time that I really went on the ground. I had spoken to people who were part of this protest. There were concerns about how, there are so many stakeholders to this protest. And different kinds of, how there's been violence and lathi charge. There's been attacks against the police as well. But let's just start with what we've heard from the ground. At the heart of it seems to be a lot of students. And what struck me the most was a whole lot of students who are first-time protesters. You see them and you know they are first-time protesters. There's a rawness to them. All they know is they're students, some of them are NEET aspirants, some of them are just studying in different colleges, some of them have traveled from different states, and they've come here with the permission of their parents, and they've come here and made friends. How do you see this?
Well, I saw you talking to the students, and I really felt that there is, a genuine concern among the students. And of course, whenever you see these kind of protests, they happen. It is true that they are not a Puritan kind of a gathering. Some of them are truly, concerned about the cause for which they have assembled over there. But as you must be knowing, because you have been working on the ground, it is always a mix of some people who are absolutely unconnected with the cause, and they try to either hijack or defame the. So what has happened in this case also, as we have seen that there is a lot of violence and a lot many police officers, they have also been injured along with the students. So if it is a peaceful protest, there should have been a permission. There should have been, so many other protocols which should have been followed. Of course, nobody in the country would disagree with the concerns that these guys, the students, our children, they have so far as their future is concerned. But at the same time, there are also, international ramifications. Somebody suddenly reaches from US and gives a call for all this, and there are a lot many people in Bangladesh trying to support this entire thing. So it's not just a Puritan neat aspirant thing. As you were yourself talking, somebody said, I am preparing for PhD, somebody said, I'm preparing for NET examination. So it's not only a neat affair, but the things seem to have been moving out of and beyond the need and not only concentrated on the actual demand. So while I have full sympathies with the students' demands, I disagree with the entire movement being hijacked by some non-students elements who have indulged in violence and done a lot of damage to the country.
I think one thing is very evident. Any protest in a democratic country can always have many people who will be part of it. Some that may be viewed from a lens which says that they have their vested interests, they are threat to national security and so on and so forth. But is it fair to say that they have hijacked the protest? Because when you go on the ground, you have children, you have students, you have other people as well. And during the course of this show, we will show you. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people who are not students as well, with political affiliations as well and other organizations. And fair enough, I'll bring that out. But at the heart of it, you still have students coming out. Nikhil Jain.
So that's the point. I think there are a couple of questions that need to be answered. The question is, are the issues real? Whether it is NEET, whether it is NET, whether it is PhD examinations, whether it is SSC examination, the answer is yes, the issues are real. The Cockroach Janata Party came out as a fad on social media. It has become into a very real students' movement in this country. NEET was just a nucleus from which the problems started to be, voiced. But that doesn't mean there weren't problems in NET or in the state level exams or in SSC or in a whole host of other issues. And that is why students who've been affected by different other sorts of paper leaks or other irregularities in the education system and the examination system have turned up to these protests. The second question is it illegal for me to stand for my fellow citizen? I am not a student, but if I want to stand with the students of my country, should it be illegal? Should I be looked at with suspect eyes? I certainly don't think so. Third question is, are there any lumpen elements in these protests? Yes, there are. But the follow-up is, are there lumpen elements in other protests? Yes, there isn't a single protest or a single public gathering, whether it is the IAC, the JP Andolan, or even the freedom movement, that doesn't have lumpen elements. If in fact there is any proof of lumpen elements on video, it is people and goons from the RSS, VHP, and Bajrang Dal. I have a video. I'm sure you might have seen viral videos of Gau Rakshaks, kissing lathis and saying कि अब मैं cockroachों का इंतजाम करूँगा.
You are choosing to see what you want to see, because there's also other videos. You're choosing what you want to see. Again, I'm just trying to draw the attention to one thing, and that is, yes, there may be a lot of security concerns. Yes, there's been violence. Yes, police personnel have been attacked, and that's not acceptable. Yes, students have been attacked. And a lot of people who came to the protest today, young people, one thing that they told me was they have reached here because they saw what was happening on 20th and it should not have happened. They have said this to me, and I'm talking about kids who are not part of political movements, political parties. These are people who have come in. So I have a problem with if you're choosing to see it from only one lens. It's not about that.
Not at all. Sneha, perhaps I was not clear. I'm 100% with you. And first of all, congratulations to you. Commendable work that you are probably the only legacy media channel that is going and covering these protests and talking to the students. I was merely answering to the previous panelist, Mr. Anil Kumar, who had raised these bunch of questions. I have been on these protests myself. I've been going since before the 20th of July march was there. I was there at the 20th of July march. I myself was stuck in 3 different lathi charges, 2 different tear gas incidents. I personally was threatened by a policeman for shooting on video when they were hitting people indiscriminately, and not to disperse but to terrorize. And the main point that I want to make after having addressed Mr. Verma's inhibitions is that this is primarily a student-driven movement. Anybody who's been to Jantar Mantar, anybody who was a part of that protest march is going to tell you 90% of these people, perhaps 99% of them, are not political workers, are not lumpen elements, are students, know the cause.
I would again differ with you, Nikhil. 99% is perhaps a lot. A lot has changed over the last few days. I don't know how was it earlier.
Most of them.
You do have a lot of political workers, and I don't think I need to shy away from it or we need to hide anything on that. A very quick question, 30 seconds each to both of you. Anil Kumar Verma, one question that all the students asked me. One question that all the students asked me was, why isn't Dharmendra Pradhan resigning? We just want him gone. Because the education system has failed. It's not about what's happened in the past, it's about what's happening now. Why is he hooked up? What's your answer to that? And I'm talking to what students are asking.
I think that's the Dharmendra Pradhan is, or the government is the right, agency and a person to answer that question. But to me, there are 2 very serious lapses. One is that political communication or communication between the students or whatever they are. But primarily, as Mr. Jain has been saying, they are students and believe that they are students. And only some students, some people have defame and inflict violence, because that violence, 120 or more people of higher rank would not have been injured had there been just a student and simple peaceful protest movement. But there are lumpen elements, as he himself agreed. So one is that why the government allowed such a long road to these people, and why the dialogue would not have taken place at the initial stage. That's a perfect political failure. Second is that if it is managed by some external sources, it's also an intelligence failure that this is what going to happen in days to come.
And the government should come out and tell this very categorically. It's a national security threat. Yeah, if there are, foreign hand behind it, they should come on record and say, listen, this is the evidence. So this is, people of India need to know it. Nikhil Jain, your 30 seconds. Why isn't Dharmendra Pradhan resigning?
Because the government knows the moment Dharmendra Pradhan resigns, people are going to ask questions about ethanol and ask for Puri's resignation. People are going to ask questions about expressways, ask for Gadkari's resignation. People are going to talk about the economy and ask for Nirmala Sitharaman's resignation. And it will only end with the fall of this government in a very legitimate and a democratic way when people are going to ask for Modi's resignation, which is why Rajnath Singh was very clear, is sarkar mein istife nahi hote. And one small point I wanted to make, all of this delegitimization of any protest by saying political workers have come in or political parties have come in, I don't really understand what is wrong for political workers or political parties to be part of protest. I just wanted to make the point, majority of these are students, but there is nothing wrong even if they were political workers.
Okay, fair enough. I think concerns, questions, unanswered questions, and a whole lot of firefighting and outreach that the government needs to do well and do fast, because these are not just citizens, these are young people who believe that they are standing. And as I said, there are all sorts of people in this protest, but at the heart of this protest are also a whole lot of young protesters. Thank you very much, Nikhil Jain. Thank you very much, Anil Kumar Verma, for your time. We're shifting our focus now to another part of a conversation that's happening with the protests that are happening in Jantar Mantar, and that's about quote-unquote police brutality, quote-unquote lathi charge, quote-unquote attack on police. Questions being raised about how is this violence happening? How is the police attacking? How is the police being attacked? Questions about how can students be attacked? And there's one thing very evident. Almost all the young people I spoke to, and there are scores of young people at the Jantar Mantar protest, many of them who have traveled solo from their home, from their hometown or from their families in Delhi just to be part of this protest because they were angered by the lathi charge that happened on 20th. I spoke also to CJP's spokesperson, Saurabh. Let's listen in.
Joining me right now is Saurabh, spokesperson for CJP. Saurabh, let me just start with the first thing. This is the first time that I have come at the core of Jantar Mantar. I've been doing this from the studios. Did you expect this kind of a response?
We did respond. We did expect this kind of a response, and the response has been really good for the country because the youth of this country has awakened.
The government of India, the Prime Minister has said that they are going to have a speedy trial special courts. JP Nadda came and he said a lot of things about the protest. He said students and the young people's protest is important, but it's being hijacked, politicized. How do you see this?
Politicized, not politicized, hijacked, not hijacked should not be his concern. His concern should be what are the protesters saying. They're asking for Pradhan's resignation. Please answer that question and don't just say that we'll negotiate, we'll talk. There's nothing to talk anymore. They have to make him resign. They have to fire him from the cabinet. That is our demand and that's non-negotiable. I think the BJP should itself think what it is doing. It should tell the Prime Minister, the Home Minister what they are doing, and they should themselves reflect on what is happening and pressure the Prime Minister and Home Minister to do something better.
So one is Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation.
And
Two
through
is
your medium, I would also like to tell all the brothers and sisters in the forces, in the army, to protect the people of this country, to protect the children who are coming here. They are the future of this country. We don't want, for two individuals to be making such disastrous, disastrous actions.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Maybe why are they bringing in so many battalions? Because it is going to be disastrous for the country.
Since the violence, the lathi charge that happened, there seems to be a lot of people who have come in from different parts of the country. How do you see this protest now? Is it a students' protest? Is it a youth movement? Is it political parties joining in?
It's a political youth movement, and that is what it has remained. All the political parties who have supported us, we have thanked them, but from the stage they have never made a political speech. They have always talked about the issues at hand because we have not allowed them to give a political speech. So definitely, everybody is welcome to join. We have even invited the BJP earlier to come and address the crowd here, but they are not coming. I don't know what they are afraid of.
Saurabh, what's the way forward? The government has said they are open to talks.
The government has not said they are open to talks. We have said that we are open to talks. The ball is in government's court. They have to decide how to engage with the protesters, and they better do it very soon because I don't know how long, we are going to handle lakhs of protesters here. And after a certain point, people lose their patience, and I don't know what happens after that. The government knows it has its intelligence agents, it has its machinery in place. I don't know what inputs they are giving them. Whatever it is, through your medium, I want to request them, please open your eyes, please listen to the demands of the protesters, make that guy resign, save your government.
That guy resigning would be enough?
Absolutely not, but that's the first step towards accountability. Imagine we have to move heaven and hell to get that guy to resign. Now if we start talking about reforms, imagine how much more effort we'll need to put in. So this is just to show the people of this country how much we have plummeted down, how much the system has become rotten, how much this government is unwilling to listen to the protesters.
Last question. This protest has been hijacked, is what the government says, is what the police is saying. This protest has been hijacked, is what the police is saying. Your response?
See, protest who is saying? The police. The police must first answer how did they, on whose direction and why did they crack open so many students' skulls? Why did they use pellet guns, blind, unarmed individuals, protesters, peaceful protesters? They should be answering those questions. Hijacked or not hijacked, we will take care of it. This is our movement. They need not advise us.
Well, let's just give you a sense of what's happening. People from different backgrounds, different ideologies, but with a common cause that CJP says is a common cause, come on the stage there. And they are given the stage to speak what they want to for the cause that they believe. At the heart of all of this is education reform. Some from political backgrounds, some from other organizations, some calling for government change, some calling for resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. You have those sitting at the center stage there, right at the center. These are people who got injured. These are people who got injured during the lathi charge on 20th. Some of them have got plasters. Some of them have got different wounds. They are here for people to remember what happened on 20th. And on the other side, this side is where you have people walking in by the hundreds every hour. Supporters from all walks of life who are walking in.
And I'm being joined by Arvind Kumar Jain, a former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Thank you, sir. Good evening. We've been on the ground. We've spoken to a lot of people. I don't know whether you heard the earlier show, but a whole lot of young people, sir. I mean, I'm not saying it's only young people there, only students there. There are political people, there are people from other organizations, other groups, but scores of students who have been part of this protest. Scores of students, NEET aspirants whom I have spoken to, students who have come from different walks of life. Some are PhD scholars, some are BA pass, some are preparing for UPSC, some are, as I said, NEET aspirants, UGC, NET, and most of them are first-time protesters. I'm trying to get to the heart of the issue. The other part of this, sir, and I wanted to have a conversation with you on this, is the law and order. What many people is calling police brutality, the lathi charge. And there have also been attacks on police. Either of these cannot be accepted in a peaceful, democratic protest. How does this go forward now, sir?
First of all, let me clarify that I'm very much against these re-examinations, the way paper leaks are taking place in the country. But it is not taking place only in BJP governments. It is taking place in all the governments. It's a menace all over the country, especially in northern India. Today I was reading in Jharkhand, papers are out, so examination has been called off. We should attend the malaise. We should attack the people. We should book them. We should try them in the fast-track courts. They should remain behind bars. Unfortunately, they become MLAs. In UP, one such person has become MLA of a party. Yeah, are people absolutely foolish? They don't know that who they are selecting a person, they are electing a person who is a criminal. So they are also responsible for it. Number two, police. Have you ever seen police force lathi charging without any provocation? I have never seen in my life. Only a mad person will lathi charge. If you will collect mob, if you will collect people in which all sorts of people are there, nobody knows them, history sheeters are attending the protest. So many people of political parties, the members of political parties, this Dipke fellow was also a member of AAP. So who all are taking place in the protest? They can go to any extent. There are Congress leaders, there are AAP leaders, they are participating in it openly. But they should also follow restraint. If you will start marching towards parliament, you want to enter parliament. Now if somebody says they should have been allowed to enter parliament, what's the harm in it? They would not have killed MPs. So such things cannot be allowed. This is absolutely breakdown of law and order if you allow people to enter parliament like this. And if you have to use force to stop them, you are very much justified. See, there are hundreds of videos. I have also seen so many. You must have also seen so many. Several are fake, several are AI generated. Let there be proper inquiry. Let there be verification of the videos. Which videos are fake, which videos are genuine. And if excessive force has been used by somebody, by the force, action should be taken against them. I am very much in favor of it. But you see that 118 people were injured, policemen, and people are saying that why did they resort to lathi charge? So what will they do? They are supposed to maintain law and order on the streets. It is the duty of the police. It is the duty of RAF and CRPF. So you can't tell them you don't use force. And even if they are throwing pellets, throwing brickbats. You just keep on watching. You save yourself. Imagine every person in police. Let me tell you, I have seen it with my own eyes. All the policemen, they have different reaction to different kinds of situation, and at times it becomes very difficult to control them when they are hit by people, when they are staying at one point for last 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours without drinking water. They are trying to control mob. So you never know what sort of reaction. So High Court matter is sub judice in High Court. All the videos will be seen, and if somebody has committed has used excessive force, action will be certainly taken against him, and I will be in favor of it.
Right. My last question, Arvind Kumar, maybe 30-40 seconds on this. How is this going to go forward? Because obviously there seems to be a deadlock. You know, students, political parties, and other groups are in no mood to stop the protest unless there's a resignation, one, and other demands that are followed. And as days pass, sir, you know, it's a given that there may be all kinds of people who will become part of this protest as well. And they don't necessarily need to be only political parties or students for that matter. How then does this get sorted?
I am very much in favor of reforms. In UP, there was a paper leak. Mr. Yogi, Chief Minister of UP, he brought legislation. Very, very stern punishments have been prescribed in that. And since then, there is no paper leak. A lot of action is being taken by STF, ATS against such elements. They are kept under watch.
Right.
Their telephones are under surveillance. So now there is no paper leak. So all these steps should be taken at central level also, and at state level also. It is a duty of the elected government to ensure that free and fair examinations take place.
Right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us